Maybe you've watched The King of Collectibles and you're thinking, man, Ken Goldin has got to be the greatest sports memorabilia salesperson of all time. And you might be right to think that just based on recent events. Ken Goldin's got a big name. He's built a great company for himself. But there is one man that stands above all, including Ken Goldin, friends, and it's not even close. Stick around. What's going on, sports card hobby family? We are back again. It's another day. It's another sports card video. Had a great time with my buddies Neo and Flippin' Steve. We were on Hobbypalooza yesterday. So go back, take a look. There's actually, I think, like 20 episodes, 25 different episodes on there. Hour-long blocks with different content creators. It was a lot of fun to do that show. I've done it. I think that was my third year in a row doing Hobbypalooza. It was a good time. They're also promoting a charity through Hobbypalooza, Signatures for Soldiers. So make sure to check out all that stuff. We have got the National coming up in 30 days. And today's video sponsor is going to have a huge installation there ready to serve you. COMC.com, 35 plus million cards in the database. Probably the easiest place on earth to transact sports cards, non-sports cards, all of the above. Buying, selling with ease. Very easy to submit cards to them, and they're running promos all the time, different specials. So make sure to check out my links down below in the video description, as well as in the pinned comments to start your COMC.com journey today. All right, we're not going to waste any more time. The greatest retail sports card salesman of all time. It's not Ken Goldin. It's not any of these breakers out here. Not even close. It is the late, great Don West.
That's absurd. That's insane. That's pennies on the dollar. That's what baseball card collecting is all about.
Don West was an absolute national treasure and innovator, really, in this space. Live selling, before there was ever even a hint of Whatnot or Fanatics Live. Actually, this guy would crush on Whatnot.
We got a 1987 Fleer factory set.
And on Fanatics Live. He would absolutely destroy these folks. And I'm going to play clips throughout this video for many longtime collectors, hobbyists. You know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm partly making this video because I know that, frankly, there's a lot of just new people coming into the hobby, and also young people that sadly didn't get the chance to listen to this guy work. And I know many would think like, oh my gosh, this guy was the biggest pumper of all time, selling cards going back to the early 90s. And in some cases, of course, he was. But hobbyists, longtime hobbyists have grown to love this guy. Unfortunately, he passed away going back a couple of years. Best known for his stuff on the Shop at Home network. And ironically, Ken Goldin used to call in. He used to be a caller in. He used to call into these shows and do his bit. Whoa, 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 you got to get in this now. But nothing touches Don West. Don West was like a professional wrestler cutting promos every single day about sports cards.
All of you at home, you're stocking stuffers. Are you kidding me? Is that what they really got you? Gift cards? I mean, of course I bought some gift cards for Christmas too, because it is easy to do and then you get to pick your own stuff out. But
it was unbelievable. He was really no different to me than a lot of these 80s, you know, the Ric Flairs, the Hulk Hogans of the world, but selling cards, if you can just imagine that. It was incredible. Ironically, on that note, he ended up graduating on from Shop at Home Network card stuff and going on and being a commentator, being an announcer with wrestling. That's what he graduated into, and that was perfect for him. Doing promotions on TNA as a color commentator. I pulled up his Wikipedia here. This guy in such a niche hobby is so famous in this niche hobby, there was actually an SNL skit going back in time. Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan, the Night at the Roxbury guys, they did a bit on Don West.
Wait, that's not included, is it?
It absolutely is.
Hold on, he's flying through the clouds. You can't include that.
Given that now we're in a world where a lot of live selling is going on, we're basically in a Shop at Home Network environment now. It's just anybody can be the host. You can be the host, I can be the host. I just wish Don West was around to do this stuff, because I think it would be the most entertaining sports card social media account that exists. It would be unbelievable.
Could you imagine how you would have felt if you'd woke up Christmas morning and you had a box this big, this is actually one of two, I think, that you get. It's that humongous of a deal.
And so what I would like today, this is kind of a homage, a tribute. Please put down in the comment section below kind of a memory that you have of Don West, whether it was on the wrestling commentating side of things, or as a kid, maybe you were watching Don West episodes on the Home Shopping Network. There is, even today, this stuff is absolutely insane. And like I said, I'm going to be kind of playing these Don West clips throughout. For people that might be new to this guy, it's important, if you've never heard of this, it's important really, I think, to understand as a hobby historian, maybe as someone to trying to understand, how did sports cards get so big and what happened there and how did it all go? You know, guys like Don West. And again, a lot of people will say like, oh my gosh, this guy was terrible. He was such a pumper and he was selling all this stuff. He was a salesman. He was a salesman that was brought on to sell product for manufacturers. And love him or hate him, to me, this guy is part of the overall thread of the hobby that I really love. So like I said, throw your comments down below, just memories that you have of Don West, things that make you smile when you think about him. All right, my friends, stay healthy, stay awesome.
Fleer!
And I will talk to you again later.
Fleer!